Welcome back to Hearthstone Lobby Legends Magic O Azeroth in what is probably the last game of the tournament. The check format means that we are never sure if the tournament is going to be ending until all 8 players are in check until they reach that 20-point threshold. 5 of our players have now reached that point, which of course means likely to be finishing here, right, Lorinda?
5 in 8 chance, so depends on your definition of likely, but also that's a decent definition of likely, sort of more than half, so it's likely, but not a lot more than half, so it's not really likely. Yeah, I like it, Darek. I think you chose a good word for this intro. Proud of you.
Thanks. Once again, those players at the top, I don't know if we can show the standings or if we're ready to go into game. But either way, the players at the top of the leaderboard, say Ribapusa, Alex Rimgosu, and Alicia San, with Zixo, who is firmly at the bottom of the standings for the whole start of the day, is starting to claw things back with a first place and then, a 4th place as well to back that up, or a 5th place to go alongside that, which is not amazing, but obviously means that if one of these other players can win, like for example Zixo himself, 2 wins in a row, and he's your lobby champion. But having said that, nobody has won this lobby more than once. Torisan and Yunchang, the 2 players in bottom place, are the 2 players to have not won at all, but we still don't have any repeat victors yet, which is very interesting.
Yeah, very strange situation to be in, actually, but also means that the person who does win 2 lobbies will likely be the one who wins the event, which would be kind of a nice way to finish. And that goes for the players who haven't got the lobby in check too. They're going to need to win it, A, to stop it from going out to another game, to ending here, and B, I'm just going to cut myself off because Daryl is not the pick.
Daryl's not the pick? Why?
Because you've got to win the lobby, and Daryl always comes 3rd. You got to take Eudora, I think. Oh, it's a tough one.
Greybow, another one of those tempo heroes that doesn't win.
Yeah, Greybow's all right. He's taking the. All right.
Damn.
Maybe relying on getting the bribe as the quest, then you can win, I guess.
Yeah. Or, I mean, you don't have to necessarily go all in on the Daryl part of Daryl all the way through. You can just use it very liberally to buy you time in the early game and use that potentially to level very aggressively as the game develops too.
Yeah, let's have a look. Okay, always Denathrius, Lightfang Enforcer Mask. 45 deaths? Nah. Do I take the henchman? I was going for the 45 deaths, okay.
All right, fair enough. And
just for Lightfang Enforcer and double end of turn effect, what? Okay, sure.
I think we have here as well our first non-Murloc Holmes lobby. I feel like we've had it every single time because it just feels like a snap pick. But this time, somebody passed it up, right?
Yeah, must have done because it's in every lobby. That's the current promotion with Murloc Holmes and Denathrius in every lobby. So yeah, Alex taking a gamble. I've liked Alex's approach to everything from Constructed and Battlegrounds. I didn't see what Alex had to choose from, but Chenvala is one of the ultimate, if I high roll, you ain't stopping me heroes.
That's true.
Starting off with this elemental as well. Nice.
Yeah, as you can see as well on the left there, everyone with golden names.
And Sottle's had a look, sorry.
Oh, is in check. But yeah, like you say, it looked like the player who passed up Murloc Holmes, who has been the #1 picked hero every time it's been offered, passed it up for Shenvala, who's not even that good, right?
Not that good, but very extreme. When it high rolls, which isn't that, it's not like it's garbage and never does it. It's just when you don't get a good start with Chenvala, it's just rubbish. When you do get a good start, it's a super good hero. You can get really advanced states really fast with it on some games.
Yeah, and I mean, elementals are the kind of minion type that win lobbies, right? They take it down all the way. As Stasis say, I do hope we get to see him at some point. He's been one of my favorite players to watch on cam so far. Very expressive, very joyful a lot of the time as well. And he's got himself a good enough start here with 2 Imprisoners, 2 Droplets. It's a nice high tempo beginning to, as you say, a very high tempo hero at the start in Kurtrus.
Yep. Just setting up, like everyone else, sort of going into that turn 6 with... Sensei has been one of the players who doesn't hold things in hand. I think that's been pretty constant for him. Just happy to get on with it, and for the sake of a quest that might be play one more minion, he'd rather have the 2 health or the 3 health that minion might cost you. That may still prove to be correct, although he's in the minority at the moment of people doing that.
Ooh, Rimgosu's skipping out on the hero power. Oh, because it's Togwaggle. Yeah, okay, that makes perfect sense. You know you're very unlikely, and I think if he'd been keeping track of the taskbar, he could figure out that there was no chance of him getting anything most of the time. And so here we go, into the quest turn. Such an important point for all of our players, as Zixo is looking to get himself into check at this point. Just needs a decent enough finish, and I don't know. Anima Bribe could be that. I
think so, because the Spectre, you're not buying the minions, right? You're putting them in your hand, I believe.
True.
Dogwaggle?
Ellies or beasts.
Low impact.
I mean, if those are both Ellies or beasts in the middle, then you're looking at that a lot more heavily. There is, of course, the Leapfrogger there.
I think Bribe, because weirdly, even though Zixo only needs to get 4 points to get into check, he needs to win the lobby to stop all the people who've got the lobby in check from winning. So he's kind of playing that way himself anyway.
Okay, buy 7 minions, probably the easiest to complete out of these. But Tiny Henchman, a little underwhelming. You have a Divine Shield in the form of Puppbot, which would incentivize me a little bit more. We haven't seen Menagerie Mayhem, I think, once. Is it just not worth considering for you?
You're Daryl, so you spend more gold because you're Daryl, right?
That's true. Also, buy more minions.
Buying and selling through, yeah. Like, look at it the other way in a way. So he's gone for the henchman, but how often is your Daryl stuff going to be on the board to stay hench?
That was looking quite nice, though. 2 Puppbots in the shop. You can definitely start dancing on those and look to see you through in a very solid mid-game. Whereas Alicia-san, I'd have to guess, is just going to start the level train here and get himself a 5, maybe a 6 drop if he wants to be taking the damage. I mean, it's not absurd, right? It's just a clean level every turn.
Just imagine when playing Jandis in the olden days, but throw quests in there. How absurd it would have been. Oh, no.
My little brain could not keep up.
Yeah, mine couldn't. That's what I was when I was learning the game when Jandis was absolutely nutty, and I couldn't Jandis. Alicia-san taking lots of damage.
Yeah, he cannot Jandis, but Alex is going to Jandis damage right in his opponent's face.
I like it.
Managed to get it on broadcast in a relatively PG way. But the quest completed here, I think, for Alex, right? With mechs or battle cries, whatever that was. Yeah, battle cries being completed, which gives him red hand. Okay, another Ellie, and a nice one to buff as well with the big taunt factor.
Just refusing to pay to level. Just...
I was born on Tavern Tier 2, and I'll die on Tavern Tier 2.
Yep. Got the red hand active, so should be able to do the thing that he's there to do. Chenvalar just play elementals, go up levels, repeat.
Alicia-san ending on Tavern Tier 5, and it's going to take an absolute bludgeoning over the next couple of turns. But that's fine. He's got the stabilization tools he needs with the synergy between Bran and Jandis. I mean, even just in this shop, right? You have Mize Muck and a decent target for it in the form of the Trickster as well.
And then do it again. Yeah.
Again.
Again and again. RDU always laughs at my accent when I say again instead of again.
Really?
RDU laughs at my accent. That's how bad an English person I am.
Oh, watch your tongue. You're speaking about the rap god himself right now.
Okay, Jandis not actually taking that much damage as it turns out here. Really getting away with the fact that they ran into Rimgosu.
Yeah, really dodged a bullet. Who's been holding back on all his cards here. Transitioning over to Rimgosu, we can see what Tavern Tier 4 available, a Tier 4 minion available after leveling to 3. with the Imprisoner. But, you know, at 32 health, I don't think it's ridiculous to try and juice this up to a Tavern tier 5, theoretically, right?
Except the mice.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Points out as well that last turn, obviously against Rafarm, putting a brand down when they're in check as well is probably not necessarily ideal. If you're going to take damage and just playing a 2-4, you might as well take the extra damage. But the brand got missed. So.
Yeah, true, actually. Good point. Big deal.
Alex just cruising through.
Yeah, but... Yeah, he just needs to hit more Ellies, right? Like, he's clearly doubling down on this strategy, which is fine, but he needs to be hitting it, and right now he is not. As Alicia-san kind of isn't either. What happened on this turn? Was it a level?
That was the... Did it eat the Trickster? Because I thought the turn was going to be take Trickster, take the...
Right.
Eat the thing.
I don't know what happened here.
Did he play this and eat the Trickster or something?
I don't know, but this is not how I was expecting this board to look.
No.
Okay, interesting. Bought the Muncher, swapped it back, bought it again. Okay, yeah, sure. So just doubling down on this instead with Bran. It's big, but it's nowhere near big enough to beat a Daryl, which means it's going to be, what, 10 or so damage being chunked here?
Yeah, this is what you talked about earlier. The difference between playing aggressively and trying to win and just like losing horribly. And I'm not saying he's going to lose horribly just yet, but it's looking that way.
It is kind of looking that way, right? You can swap and rebuy Picky Eater. Okay, after getting an Overseer as well.
Enough though? Like, he's dead in 2 turns. This needs to get better rapidly.
Yeah, it does.
No quest completion going to save him here. I don't know.
Okay, holding back on the battle cry for now makes sense. You can get yourself a buffed up, permanently divine shielded Taragosa as well. Like, this is big. This is a massive upgrade on this turn. You get a 9/9 divine shield that's going to stick around, and you have the Overseer for future turns that's going to massively improve your Picky Eater as well.
Your Muncher.
Yes. Quite right.
That's all.
Little ones.
Zigzo with double Overseer. Not a lot to do with it, not like huge synergy going with that Overseer yet. Obviously you want usually to eat, but I think he did take the bribe, if I remember correctly. I'm just checking. Yes, he did. So double Overseer, racing to complete bribe, and then things will go pretty nutty. If he can survive long enough, this has been Zixo's day really. Can you survive long enough for your strategy to kick in?
So for Zixo, it's summon, not play. Okay, so these summon effects are very, very big alongside the Khadgar as well, of course.
Okay. We've seen Kurtus a few times today, and it really feels like the hero power just doesn't keep up with other people's quests whenever we've seen it. You get like one turn of, oh, this Kurtus looks big, and then you never see them again until they die a few turns later. That may just be a small sample size thing, but that does seem to be the pattern of Kurtus right now.
Yeah, it's feeling that way, isn't it? The Denathrius with... who's Denathrius? Taurusan.
Right, Fang Enforcer and end of a turn effects trigger twice.
45 friendly minions need to die, which he has just done, yeah. And, you know, it's one of the better ones to get. Like, you're also offered Banner Ball, right, a lot of the time.
But he took that on turn 1. That was his first quest that we weren't sure about, so let's see if it pays off for him.
Yeah, it does need to start stabilizing right now, of course, being thoroughly in the danger zone alongside Alicia-san. And what end of turn effects else do we have? Nothing right now, and nothing being offered, neither.
Whenever I see this, and there's stuff in there, the dragon, my brain has just melted, but yeah, there's 2 or 3. Yeah. Whenever I see it, then...
Oh, there you go.
I just feel like the design team have seen something we haven't about these end-of-turn effects that could be nutty. In playtesting, someone in the design team has broken this, and they're being very, very careful about it, because whenever I've seen it in play, it's not seemed particularly good yet.
You really want the Amber Guardian, but there's just no dragons to go alongside it. And, you know, even if you could afford to buy one, you're not getting the double effect of, well, sorry, you'd give plus
Razor
6, plus
Gore is
6.
what I was thinking
but,
of, yeah.
Oh, sorry, the Razor Gore. Yeah, that's a big one too.
It's on 5.
So I think you end up passing this up, as he does in the end. At the end of your turn, give your dragons +1 attack. That's not good enough either. I wonder if we just end up discovering. Or... Nah, probably just roll again. The Reef Watcher might not be worth it.
Not food.
Double Hydra.
Trust in the light.
You've got Elemental, a Beast, some Demons, and half a mech. Okay, have to do.
It's good. It's a lot of stats. Like, this is what, +16 or something on this turn from this Light Fang. It is strong, but it needs to be really strong.
Yeah, and why is that? I think that Elemental should probably be out of his hand as well, so that he gets the guaranteed red hand buff on the thing. Was that a red hand in hand? I'm losing track of all of the
Let's see, for Taurus, I don't think so. I think it was Smoking Gun.
Okay, that's fine then. So I'm crazy then. Next turn will be fine when he gets that other Hydra to play.
Okay, important match here for Alicia San. Obviously has the lobby in check, so wants to get a win. Has been playing very risky to be able to get there. And this feels kind of like that threshold. If he can survive here and see it through, then he is in with a real shot of taking down the lobby.
Yeah.
But for the moment, he needs to survive, and he has done so for now.
Yeah, absolutely. Those Tarragosas just starting to look sensible as Taurus-san takes the 8th.
Disaster.
It seemed a bit ambitious right from turn 1, honestly. But again, I'm not going to criticize anybody for being ambitious in check format. That's
Oh, yeah.
You're going to get some weird things that look bad because you're trying to win lobbies.
Yeah, pretty rough game. And so Taurus-san does need either Zixo or Yunchang to win now, and then to basically win 2 lobbies back-to-back to be able to get there, which is not over, but monumentally unlikely at this point in the game, especially as Alex looks to be in a really good spot. We haven't checked in on him in a while, but he's still at full health. He's at Tavern Tier 5. Stuff's happening. If he can find himself the powerful Ellie synergizers, or just any strong late-game comp, really, this is salvageable.
Zixo once again with a bribe. The last couple of times we've seen him over the last couple of days, he's picked bribe more than anybody.
Yeah.
And failed to hit like the divine shields and exciting minions that you need to hit for it to work. But maybe this time he started off with a big cyclone. It's only turn 9. That's a huge cyclone, in fact, for turn 9. Maybe this time he gets the required stuff.
What do we have here? Bran plus Alika. Oh my god, this is such a weird comp.
2019 again or something?
Yeah, this is old school, man. A Battle Master to go alongside with the Bran at a relatively low life total. Rat Pack 2. Hey, this is strong.
This is some stuff. Should be enough. It's not ginormous, but it's all right.
Oh, that is pretty ginormous, though, on the other side. Look at all this.
Yeah, this is my concern, right? It's not that Alicia isn't strong. It's just that some of these things just don't... You see the synergy here and it looks good, and then you just see the raw power that some of the other players have got.
Yeah, it just doesn't come close, does it? Zixo is way too big. The Anima Bribe just coming in so clutch for him pretty much every time we see it. And that's just lethal.
Bam! Oh my goodness.
Because you're like Alicia San, the first player who had the lobby in check, taking the L, and is going to have to hope again that either Zixo or Yunchang can take the win. And right now, hey, Zixo could do it. Hey, Yunchang, it looks like, could be in with a chance as well.
Yeah.
Look at these coins. That's so much gold every turn.
We could be going to a game 8, which would be a new Lobby Legends record if we make it. But it's going to be Zixo or Yunchang that get there. Alex actually lost a fight in the last round, but let's have a quick look at what Yunchang is doing still. How does he transfer this into a good thing? Alex, meanwhile... Oh, he's going.
Okay, Bran, golden recycling as well. Look at what is happening here. This looks like a lobby winner to me.
But hit
Up to Tavern Tier 6. Oi, oi, oi.
So can
sure
this race what Zixo is doing? Not yet, but a second Lil Rag or a multitude of other helpful things will definitely help him gain ground.
Yeah, just needs to try and dodge Zixo for the moment.
He's on 34, so if he has the accident and runs into Zixo, he's big enough to not take a massive loss.
It's true.
So should be okay.
Keep rolling. I don't think that Selly is worth it.
Oh, decision. I think it's
Nomi?
too late for Nomi, but
I agree. Wow, he's freezing.
I think he's freezing while he's thinking, honestly. I think he'll probably keep it frozen, but there's a Mantid in there as well, look. So.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. And the Mantid is okay. You have 2 different minion types, which is fine for the moment. Whereas Rimgosu, we haven't seen in a little while. A weird kind of semi-beast comp right now with a smattering of elementals, a smattering of just a big demon that he has left over from his previous efforts. This just feels like a Hail Mary attempt to try and survive to me.
Cards I found under the sofa.
Quite right.
Stuff I had left. All right, well, a good Hydra might clean this all up.
Needs to take out the taunt first, and then right down the middle, please. And we're looking at a possibility.
Plop, of course he
Okay.
does. Every time.
Yeah, that's it. He's going to win. Damn, close one, but actually managing to get the win there. It's an okay loss for Alex because he's still a healthy total. But now it means like 2 losses in a row for Alex. And he's probably out of the running as Say also taking the loss here. More of our players in check starting to lose as both Yunchang and Zixo hanging on in there keeps the dream alive for the rest of our players who are out of this lobby.
The person refusing to die on the devil. Very devil-looking board, though, isn't it? It doesn't look like it's going to threaten winning the lobby.
Yeah.
Third, maybe?
Yeah, I agree. It doesn't look like a winner right now.
And this was the problem with the choice for me. But again, maybe he's just gambling on high-rolling the quest rather than high-rolling a particularly bad hero. So if he gets the bribe with the devil, then he can just win the lobby. So maybe that's what he was going for. Oh my, he's definitely catching up, Alex is, but he's definitely behind. Oh yeah, there's the book as well available on Devil, so... Fair point. Alex. Trying to work out how he wants to make these Mantic Queens work out.
Yeah, just whether or not he
enough.
plays Gar now, right? To start juicing it more and more. But in the end, just ends on double poison. Just wants to survive. Zixo is one heck of an opponent to be up against because these stats are enormous.
Yeah. A part of me wonders if he should just lose to Zixo and wait for the next game. But I think he's big enough that he can win this lobby himself, so he's got to go for it.
That's a guaranteed taunt on the Azul, which is a monster of a first hit. That's not bad either. Going into the Divide Shield is really not what you want to see. It's just a question of whether he can survive, and I think that's enough to keep him in this game for one more round.
Yeah, let's go have a look at some Yogg action. Spoilers, I was told what was coming. We haven't seen much of the Wheel of Yogg. Bam.
All right, spin it, baby.
Wheel me up.
Uh-huh, okay.
It's
a lot of
lizard
buffage.
shuffle. Yes, it's not great.
It ends up pretty poorly with the Divine Shield. And the Trickster getting pretty small.
Actually just ruined his board completely.
Yeah, it was kind of terrible. Yogg giveth and taketh away.
Meanwhile...
It's just still going. Another Azul?
If he has space. So just laughing like Yogg. It just turned his board into absolute garbage.
Rimgosu as well losing. I can't remember if we covered that. As now half the remaining lobby are the non-check players.
Yeah,
and it's
Alex looking like he's not big enough.
Such an interesting balance, right? We have 2 players on Tavern Tier 6, 1 on 4, and Ribapusa staying on 3 with the Daryl, and currently winning, which is, of course, to be suspected. But, like, turn 11, 12, 13, am I generally right? And that's where Daryl starts to fall off because the scaling catches up.
Maybe even a little earlier, actually. Sort of 10, 11, 12, but... I mean, he's going to be better at Daryl than I am, so explains it going a bit further.
Yeah.
Zixo's still sort of the story of his day. He's large here, but there's definitely still not enough divine shields and poisons and things going on here.
Uh-huh. Okay, nice little board. A little bit of synergy between the Tricksters and the Taragosa, of course.
I want to see if we can get through this one minion.
Just that one. The rest, we don't mind. Okay.
You reckon that ever this Azul on the left dies in this fight? Because I don't.
Oh, it's not even close, right?
It's just not close. It's done.
Man, Anima Bribe is bossing.
Your convert.
I'm a big convert. I mean, it helps when you have, what, 1 golden overseer and a regular overseer as well. But still, this is really big.
But it's kind of why it's good, right? You know you can take the overseers.
Yeah.
Vibe takes a while to build up, so you know you're looking for them.
Ooh, there's a parrot. That's golden, right? Okay. Now we need to see leveling into triple Trickster, into Baron. Okay, come on. It's there. Oh, and the Rattler as well, actually, right? That's Reborn on your parrot. This is sick.
Yeah, I mean, you know you're not winning this lobby unless something nutty happens, and this looks like the start of something nutty, so yeah, happen it. Uh-huh. Leroy is the start of cheating your way to winning this lobby, I think.
Sure, yeah, I don't think the rest are doing anything. All right, attempt number 2. Let's do it. Baron. He did lose, though, so that's an active Tortollan.
Gold.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what you're even looking for at this point.
I think you need to tear up and hope you don't die. Use your health.
Exactly, yeah. There's not much for you on 4.
Alex just not going big enough, fast enough. It's the Bribe and Zixo that's looking good right now.
That's right, it's not enough, is it? Given that he had to, I guess, ditch Gar and never found Dazzling, never found Nomi, Major Domo, Master of Realities. Whether or not he found them, he didn't go for them. And he's left with a board that's just like a solid 3rd, 4th place kind of board.
The 2 players in check are fighting off now, and they're the 2 who have got the not-so-good boards. And Young Chang and Zigzag are fighting it out to try and win the lobby to stop whoever wins this semi-final from getting through. That's how it feels.
Okay, so I don't want to call this one over, actually, necessarily, because the attack is not that high on Ribapusa's board. And if we can get some key hits with the poison,
yeah,
like,
I mean,
he's winning now, right?
Yeah.
Divine Shield just does it, yeah. Damn! And is that lethal?
Kill as well.
Damn, you're right. Whoa! Huge! Ribapusa going down.
26 noob?
Ooh.
The battle of the people without the gold next to their name.
He didn't want a golden battle master with Bran on board. Surely that's good, right? Maybe it's not. Maybe the stats are just too big on the other side.
What is happening here? Oh, it's time to consider cashing in. That's what's happening here. 2 divine shields.
Oh, what, sell the
Sell your
Azul?
overseers. Apparently not. It's time to hide from Leroy's.
I mean, go again. Like, you can just sell your Azul. If you hit Irel, that's fine. You buy it.
Sell it.
Sell the Tunnel Blaster as well, because you probably aren't going to be making use of that tech.
Yep.
Oh my god, look at these minions.
Yeah.
Oh, What he really wants now is a reset, I guess, on the Deflecto. Would be a nice, immediate, cheap, big buff to his power level.
Definitely, yeah, that'd be really good, actually. Putting the big one first. Yeah, I thought this might be different, just in case there's a Leroy hiding with Taunt. Put something else first. That's nice. Yeah, I like it. It's just hiding your game-winning Cyclone away from most of the tech options. And you really don't care about this Tunneler, honestly, because you're so huge that if you get a fair fight going on, which this now is, yeah, unlucky. That's Alex out, Derek. We're going to get a game at number 8.
No shot, man. Both players who didn't have the game in check taking it down. It's a world first in Lobby Legends. No rest for the wicked, as we're going to be going all the way to game 8, no matter what. And in terms of how this shakes things up...
Oh, Yunchang needs to win.
Players guaranteed qualify? Oh, no, you're right, yeah.
Yunchang needs to win to get into check, otherwise he'll be on 19.
Oh, poor boy.
8th time lucky.
We're going to need some real help from Yogg, because right now it's not doing it.
Sorry. Unlucky.
I'm done, dude. I'm done.
Says Yogg, apparently.
Dude, like, Yunchang just rocks up to the bar, pulls out a Glock, and shoots Bob in the face. Like, that was just... hilarious, man.
That's brilliant. Especially the other Yogg we saw just scrambled his board into a total mess. Amazing scenes.
I mean, that's the perfect end, right? Because you're not really winning at this point against all the stats that Zixo has. So we'll take that. We'll take that as an entertaining end.
Yeah. Just blammo. Sorry. Could do nothing but laugh. This is how it ends, Derek. You're on your own. Yogg has broken me.
Triple Manted, I mean, it's kind of good here, right? Because you can get more likely Divine Shield, but maybe you'd just rather have 2 of them, even if they don't have Divine Shield. Yeah, probably. All right, the Infinite Coins come back, I'm guessing, for the last time, because look at these bad boys over on the left-hand side, all throughout the board for Zixo. Massive Divine Shields, massive stats. You know, even if a Cyclone just chomps into this Manted both times, it's not going to make a difference.
Yeah, and again, the positioning from Zixo there, we saw him sort of agonizing around it a couple of times, turns ago, making sure that his biggest Cyclone doesn't die totally in vain, although it's going to be a close fight as it happens.
Yep,
Let's get a
pretty
rematch.
close.
Go on, Yogg.
Come on, Yoggers. Let's do it again.
Bob wants a rematch.
Give us the Rodder roasting one more time. Oh, boo.
Oh, Yogg really is garbage later on, isn't it? Oh, well, +3/+3 to minions in the shop on turn 16.
Who was it whose buddy gave you the spin wheel of Yogg-Saron? Oh, was it just Yogg-Saron? Oh, yeah, of course it was, yeah.
Yeah, oddly enough.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it had some synergy with the hero power, if it was just the hero, but yeah. That was so fun.
It wasn't Yogg, actually, because Yogg... I am actually confused now.
Oh, was it not?
It has to be.
Surely it was, right?
My brain's just leaked.
The wheel of
out through my
Yogg-Saron.
ears.
Yeah.
It's his wheel. Amazing.
All right, I mean, there's not much Zixo can do, right? End on an amalgam. Maybe.
Yeah, or get some small taunty thing in the way, just to make sure you don't get Leroyed. I keep on about that, but that's sort of
nice
defense. But I don't think he cares. He's seen no problem. His things are just too big.
Yeah, nice 50-50 at the end as well to get the stats. But I think Zixo knows, as we all do, probably doesn't matter. The only way this could possibly go wrong is if it's like perfect back-to-back conveyor belt, hit into something else, hit into a poison, hit into something else, hit into a poison. As, I mean, hey, the Tunnel Blaster helps for sure to get rid of the Divine Shields. But even then, the stats are just too big, right?
Uh-huh. I think so. Although,
yeah. Man, that was close again. Exact. Wow. It's exactly 6. Dude, that was close.
And it was huge as well. That means Yunchang does not put the lobby in check. You know what that means? It means he's going to win the next game. What that means. Game number 8, and still 2 players. If they win it, will take us to a game number 9.
Yeah, that's right. 2 players out. Zixo somehow managing to claw his way in, despite, where was he at? Like a couple games ago, he was dead last, right?
Yeah.
With 6 points, like quite far last actually, but then was able to get a first, then like a fourth, but then a first again here, really turning it around and getting us thoroughly into an anyone can take it situation, as 6 of our 8 players now have the possibility to win the game next turn. And I want to say, surely, Lorinda, this is the time to do it, especially as, you know, you don't want to put too fine a point in it, but the players who are at the bottom of the lobby, they have, you know, they haven't been doing very well. It would be unlikely to see a miraculous turnaround from them and suddenly start playing out of their mind and just taking down lobby after lobby to win back-to-back for the victory.
Or they've been saving their energy for this moment. This is their time.
Mm-hmm.
So game 8 is coming up. So Tora-san, who's had, you know, just been chilling, did come second a lobby or 2 ago, wins it. And Yunchang comes last and doesn't get the lobby in check. And then Yunchang wins game 9. And then we go into a game 10 where the winner takes all.
Oh, it's possible.
And you and I collapse in a heap in the corner, crying and laughing all at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. When we reach hour 10, I'm thinking that it might be a little bit too much to be carrying on with them after we break the graphics as well as the casters. But a cool game. Very cool to see Anima Bribe finally doing what Zixo always knew it could, right? Because we've seen a couple times where he's picked it, and in the mid-game around turn like 9, 10, maybe 11, he just gets an unlucky fight, or he's going for these big buffs and he's hitting minions without Divine Shield and just gets torn apart by Poison Murlocs or the Mantid Queens, which are just going to be running through all your minions if they don't have Divine Shield. But here, look at this. 5 minions, Divine Shields, massive stats. No one can stand up to it.
Yeah, and again, like you said earlier, like you said a minute ago, he's been trying to do this for a while, really not been picking up the things required, been getting these massive numbers, but not with the shields. And showing there why you need the shields as well, because despite the fact you've got massive numbers, you know, people can take you down with a poison, they can do certain things to slow you down. They can 1-for-1 you with Leroy's, as we see the ever under pressure graphic. Oh, it's a struggle.
Whew. Yeah, can only take one more. We need to see a win next lobby. As looking at how this is shaping out for Yunchang, he just needs anything other than 8th, or I guess like drawn 8th, and he will be able to put the lobby in check. Whereas for Tora-san, after another 8th place, that's his 3rd one so far, he needs a really good performance, right? He needs 3rd at least to put us in check. And, you know, realistically, if he's going to have a chance, he needs to win in order to stop an opponent from just ending the tournament right there. So for both of those players, it's looking like he needs to be essentially back-to-back victories for there to be a chance. And for everyone else, just a single win, and they're able to do it. Which for me, you know, I would be happy with any of our players winning, but there's 2 that stand out to me in particular, with Ribapusa being so close to getting the win, but having it snatched away from him in a very upsetting manner. But Zixo going from 0 to hero, having a terrible start, but turning things around after being in last place after Lobby 4 is such a cool story. We love to see these turnarounds from all of our players, and we wish them all the best of luck. But as I'm saying this again, when we come back from this break, it will be Lobby 8, which should be the last lobby of the tournament. But a couple of our players down at the bottom of the leaderboard might have something to say about it. So we'll see how it will conclude after this.